into the world, the Lord is come.
The pastor stood before his congregation and could tell the toils and troubles of life had really taken their place on his people. This was the third Sunday of Advent, the Sunday of joy. And he found it difficult of how to describe and push into their life the power and the possibility of joy. Welcome, my friends, to this third installment of our Advent series where we're talking about the important themes of Advent. We've talked about hope, peace, and now we reach joy. As you see, the room is getting a little bit brighter because of the light that's shining on our Advent wreath. This is a true testimony to what God wants us to know and hear. I want to reflect for a moment with you on Psalm 126. It begins this way: When the Lord restored the fortunes of Zion, we were like those who dreamed. Our mouths were filled with laughter, our tongues with songs of joy. Then it was said among the nations, the Lord has done great things for them. That's Psalm 126, verses 1 and 2. It says, when the Lord restored our fortunes, we were like those who dream. Those who dream see a future. They see a hope. They see something possible that is beyond what they currently experience. For our pastor in our opening story, he saw a people that were destitute, people that didn't seem to have joy in their life. It didn't seem as if they were dreaming about anything. And so he wanted to tell the truth of this particular testimony, that God's restoration is not only possible, but it is here. It is at work in your hearts and in your lives as we wait for the coming of the Lord. As God restores us, we see and understand that we can have a dream for what God will do in the future and what our life can be like. But we don't have to wait for that dream to come true. We can begin to see it unfold now. And then verse 2, our mouths were filled with laughter, our tongues with songs of joy. This is a great testimony, a great opportunity for you and I to embrace this truth as well. Psalm 126 continues, the Lord has done great things for us, and we are filled with joy. Restore our fortunes, Lord, like streams in the Negev. Those who sow in tears will reap with songs of joy. Those who go out weeping, carrying seed for the sower, seed to be sown, will return with songs of joy, carrying sheaves with them. These last verses of Psalm 126 remind us that life is hard, that as we go out into the world, we will see difficulty and we will sow seeds of trouble and triumph, difficulty and pain. We will also see and understand that as we have the Lord, the harvest that comes from those tears that we cry will be new songs of great joy. And so when we think about joy, lots of images can come to mind. The pastor was looking out at his congregation and wondering what symbol might help them to see and experience joy. And so the next Sunday, even though it was not the theme of joy any longer, he gave each of his members of the congregation a balloon. Their balloons were filled with helium, and he invited them that as you hear the message and as you feel the Spirit of God with you, invite you to release your balloon so your balloon will float into the sky, reminding all around that joy is not only possible, but joy is here. My friends, what will you do today to express your joy to the world? For the Lord has come. Will you share and express your joy in a way that will help it to float amongst those around you so that they too can sing the song of joy that is in our hearts because of Jesus?